So the first thing I see are a couple of things. So there is this new thing here, like a chip, and then there is also start learning, call to action here, and then there is also join for free. Okay, so this part here is I think like a banner for the AI security learning path, and then there are also some tabs here. There is a learn and practice, some challenges, and then there is compete, education, business pricing, certifications. So like visually it's a little bit unbalanced. It's kind of like my view goes from kind of here. This new is also drawing a lot of attention here, and then there is this call to action here, and I see this call to action here, this call to action here, so I'm like not really sure where to go, but let me scroll a little bit more here. Now I have a little bit more explanation of the benefits. So I see there is some carousel here, so I'm not sure how. Okay, so this part here, you need to click on this. Maybe ability to view all would be nice. And then there are some. Okay, so this thing looks quite busy. Oh, but this is actually a video I can play. Okay, so then there is like a lot of text in this video here, and so I see this like beginner friendly thing here, but like this doesn't look very beginner friendly to me, even though I mean I understand it's just HTML, and so there is like is this like overview of the platform, because I'm not sure if it looks like that. There is exercise in every lesson, beginner friendly. Okay, this is again a lot of text in the video, so perhaps this kind of landing page should be a little bit like less text dense, especially like text in a video. It's a bit hard to read. Okay, then there is a community. Now there is like a social proof here, which is good. It's a lot of people. That's important. With some also there are some kind of I guess Trustpilot reviews here, which is okay, but I mean maybe if you have this big of an audience, this really doesn't matter that much. But and then this is amazing. I mean, it's just trusted by Google, so this is more social proof, but which is might be even more important to be maybe somewhere up there. And then there is a footer here. Okay, now let's say, okay, so let's say here from this thing I would probably maybe, I don't know, click this one first, and then I'm taken into this part here. So here the thing that stood out to me is a logo. It's a little bit like not really aligned with the rest of the text because of the way this logo is, and it's a bit kind of unbalanced logo. With it's kind of just a little bit hard to read, and also not sure like which one of these is clickable. Kind of hard to understand. Like, is this clickable? No. So, but then there is this one, enrolling path. Now again, like this is a learning path. Okay, so let's say I want to enroll in this path. I would click here now. Okay, now I'm taking it into this kind of login screen, and I'll probably just use like Google. So okay, now the first thing I see here is this pop-up with something called Security Analyst Level 2, SAL2 has arrived. an advanced hands-on certification built around real SOC investigations, then demonstrate the skills required to analyze complex threats and operate to the next level. Now the thing is, as somebody who is just opening this, like, is this relevant to me? Like, is this something which is like, is it maybe something for more advanced people? I'm not sure. Or is it something that I, as a like total beginner, should take? But it's very eye-catching. I like the illustration. I like the animation. So, and I see there is a logo of Tryhackme. So I'm guessing, is this kind of like an internal thing, or certification which is done by a third party, like some kind of standard like ISO or something. But for now I'll close this. Okay, and then now that I went here, I have again this banner showing here, and what I'm noticing is that the rest of the tabs that were here are now gone. So I just have a couple of them. So I have a dashboard, and okay, this is my learnings and some of my stats here. Then there is this Try AI. Not really sure what this thing is. I'm also noticing we are using here different buttons. So we have two call to actions. So I'm guessing this is like a primary, secondary, the blue one. And also there are some inconsistencies with the icons. So I see these icons here are a little bit more like a plain icons, but then there is also this kind of like a more 3D, like a gaming inspired icons. And then there is also this kind of illustration. I like this guy, really cool. Okay, so this is my dashboard, and then if I go to learn, now here the thing changes, and now it's kind of like a reverse thing where on the dashboard we have more content up front because of this banner, but on learn it kind of switches. So we have kind of like a header here, which is okay, but it feels a little bit disconnected. Okay, now here I see a roadmap. So I'm guessing this is my roadmap. And then also have some things which I'm not completely sure what they are. So there is these pads. So they're like learning pads. And then there are modules. And then there are walkthroughs, which I'm not really sure what they are. And then there are also networks. Again, I'm not really sure what those things are, like, and how do they relate. Roadmap, it's like, I get it. It's a kind of like your roadmap for learning. Pads, I can understand. So there is like cybersecurity 101, penetration tester. Okay, so like a pad you can choose to learn. But these other parts, I'm not really sure how, like, what they are. Also, okay, so what I'm noticing, there is another tab which is practice. So practice actually has several other, it's a drop-down menu, and then I can choose, for example, challenges, but then there is also compete. So what is the difference between challenges and compete? I'm guessing in compete you're competing against other people, and then in challenges you're kind of doing it on your own, I guess. Then I see a search button here. For search, I see some recently released. So I'm not really sure what are those. Are those like learning modules or something else? And if I click on it, I go to it's learn. So and then there is a save room. I'm really not kind of sure what is the terminology here. So there are paths, there are rooms, there are modules. Kind of like not really sure what those are, where they sit in the whole information architecture of the app. Okay, but then now I go back to walkthroughs, and then if I go to search and I say go view all, so now this is a search. Okay, so this is a kind of like a search result page, I'm guessing. If I search something here, for example, I don't know. Okay, so in security, and then I see rooms, I see modules, learning paths, networks. Again, I'm not completely sure like what is the difference between those, but let's say that I click on some of them, and then I end up here. But how do I end up here? Like, where is the search? This is also kind of like, I'm not really sure. The search, is this a page which is under learn? And then only accessible if I click here and then view all. But this is recently released. And I'm guessing it is searching the content of the learn page for the, like all of it. But I'm not really sure how to find it otherwise. So this feel like I just found it by chance. I'm not really sure like again how to find it, because you see there are no breadcrumbs or anything here, so I'm not completely sure where it is. Okay, then I have some notifications. Okay, go premium. Okay, then there is this thing. So this I'm not really sure what it is. So it's your capability score starts here and you can begin learning. So if I click here, then I go to learn. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Like, so this is basically a link to learn page, which I'm not really sure what is the purpose of this. This thing, your capability score. The more you learn, the more your score reveals. Begin with your first room. Okay, and then there is, I'm guessing this is a streak. Okay, there's the streak. Yeah, so let's try to learn something. Okay, let's try to continue this path. Okay, so now this one is opened in a kind of like a model, and I can resume learning, or I can just see here everything. So it's a very text heavy, and I'm noticing we have a lot of text styles, which makes it a little bit harder to kind of scan, to read like what is important. There is a lot of going on here, and everything's a little bit different, so I'm not really sure what is the most important part. So I have some sections, okay, but I also have this thing here. Okay, let's resume learning. Okay, now I am in this, I'm guessing, room, and here we do have breadcrumbs, which is good. So I kind of can understand better the information architecture, like where I am as a user on this website. So I am inside search skills, but so these are the search skills inside the like the start your journey, and then this is inside the cybersecurity 101, which is, I'm guessing, inside the learn page, right? Okay, I have some options here. I can reset, leave. What does leave do? I don't wanna click on it. I'm afraid to not mess up something. Okay, so here there is an introduction. I'm noticing this red text. So this is kind of like drawing my attention a lot. Like maybe I'm kind of like expecting this to be like an error or a danger, but actually it's not. Okay, and then say I'm ready to begin, and then it says no answer needed. Okay, and then I check. This is the correct answer. So maybe we can, think about removing. Okay, now this became green, so it is connected to the actual answer. So the red was kind of incorrect. It was like an error state, but I don't think we should show it as in an error state if a user didn't answer. And also this part here maybe can be maybe can be fixed. Okay, this is the correct answer. Now what I'm doing, task 2. Okay, so yeah, it's showing it as red again. I maybe like a more neutral color would make more sense. Okay, so now this part here is about something called Shodan. Okay, this is cool. Now I can visit site Apache. Okay, then I see this pop-up here, and which is cool, that is explaining what it is. But then I also see this part here with, I'm not really sure what this is, this part here. Is it like a connected terms? So this is probably something which is related terms, something maybe perhaps communicating that in a more clear manner would be better. Okay, so here's a patch here. Patch, okay. Okay, cool. What domain is associated with the IP address? With this address, I'm guessing domain, this one, okay. And I paste it here, and I check. Okay, cool. Okay, now I can visit site. Okay, it's correct answer, but it's not doing anything. Oh no, I need to click on this thing. Okay. Okay, now what I see as kind of the issue is that I can actually just click here and I don't need to read any of these in order for me to progress. I can just copy paste this and then just find the CVSS. Okay. think is 10. Like the problem is I don't really have to learn anything in order to progress, which I'm not sure if it's by design that I can just kind of like look at this thing, visit site, and then it says see okay, and then host example port. And then there is a copy. Usually there is a copy button, and then I just kind of paste it. And then so, which can make this like very easy to just kind of like click through. Maybe this is only true for the beginner parts. But this is maybe something to consider, like if it should be possible to just kind of speed run this, just click website, go, and this, uh, this, readme. What is the name of the script? This one. Okay, now I have this both of this pop-up and this thing, like the big one, the splash screen. Now the problem is, like it's very intrusive, taking a lot of space, and it's also blocking me from doing anything. So, and not only that, there is not a clear way to dismiss it. So I need to scroll, and then I need to scroll again, and then I can dismiss it. So maybe you can consider condensing this into maybe like a one screen, and also instead of it being a complete like completely covering the whole content, maybe just make it into like a model to make it more manageable and easier to close, because it is a bit disruptive. But overall, I think it's kind of a cool platform, and it has a lot of potential. And I like the whole gamified and like gaming inspired aesthetics. I think it can. It's very inspirational. You can do a lot of very cool things with it. But as a kind of like a first time user, I feel a little bit lost sometimes, because I'm not really sure where I am in this information architecture. Like, not really sure like how to get somewhere. Like, I'm not really understanding the whole mental model of the app.